History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. We brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
On this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. This hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their family's permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now.
Chatham grabs the checkered flag. He wins.
Tack victories for Sam Bachman as he takes the win at the Port Royal Speedway.
Wins another one at the Knoxville Raceway. Blake Chapman wins.
A corner down here through the front straightaway. Watson gets the win here tonight.
Chad Greggs, a Knoxville Nationals champion. But to the checkered flag, Clay Christopherson, your winner at Lernerville. Here they come off of turn number 4. To the checkers, Templeton takes the win.
Through the back stretch into corners 3 and 4 out here. It's going to be Watson for the win.
The 56 wins. First time winner Randy Streets.
But your winner at Weed Sports is going to be Brandon Templeton in the Salty Dog.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday night. As you can probably hear, my voice is it's come back a little bit. Been under the weather. This is week 4. The Midwest Forklifts LLC 358 Modifieds. We're at Limaland after 3 weeks of bigger tracks. We're going to go a little short track racing this week. Can't wait to get the action underway. Cars are out on the track. We will pause for our national anthem here in about a minute and a half. So we'll let you enjoy the cars out on the track. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll be back with qualifying. Doesn't look like we have enough cars for a consi tonight. So another brief night, but we'll be back. Enjoy the sights. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go qualifying at Limaland in Lima, Ohio. Limaland Motorsports Park. We'll get the cars off the track here momentarily. I'll hit the advance button and we will be on our way. As always, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to stick with you as long as I can, as long as my voice holds up. So we'll see how tonight plays out. May not be as talkative as normal, but we're going to get this week 4 in. And as I say that, we'll go ahead and advance to qualifying. As always, thank you all for tuning in. We'll follow along. Roxanne Jones out checking in. Good evening, ma'am. As always, great to see you. We'll follow the cars as they come out on the track. It's like the first car rolling is going to be the 066 driver out of Canada. Maybe not. Joseph Grandy in the 518. Driver out of New York out on track. Dylan Kinsey is with us in the 639 machine. Billy Roberts in the 99. Owner-operator of Gears Unlimited is back with us. Newcomer Andy Patton in the 87 machine. Like to thank Andy for his service to our country in the United States Air Force. Grandy with a 1265. Anthony Vitale Jr., 1267 P2. Billy Roberts jumps to the top of the board, 1259. Cale Smith times in the CSC 115 with a 1264 for Cale. Michael Vitale jumps to the top of the board, 1257 for the 213. As always, thank Michael for his service to our country in the United States Air Force. Cale Smith drops down to P3. Kelly Wheeler shuts it down to 1261. Clay Christopherson, the FTM ride, 51 is out on track. Braden Carter to the top of the board in the 05, 1253 for your points leader. Michael Vitale will drop down to P2. Sam Bachman moves up to P8, 1265 for the 007. Justin Sick coming out on track. Jordan LaFawn checking in. He's out on track here momentarily. Let's see how the 2 car does. Driver out of New York. Good enough for 7th quick. 1264 on his first lap. And he'll stay right there in P. Oh, he jumps up to P4 with a 1260 in the Ford machine. Jordan LaFawn, the final car out on track. 144, driver out of Indiana on track. Takes the green flag. Courtney Ann checking in. Theo is in the house watching Justin Sick. Jordan LaFawn, 1287. Good enough for 13th quick on his first lap. See if the 144 can improve on lap number 2. Moves up 1, 1277. That'll put Jordan LaFawn in P12. So Braden Carter with your quick time. Braden Carter will start on the front row of heat number 1. He'll have Billy Roberts to his outside in the 99. Cale Smith in the CSC 115 will be on the inside of row number 2 with Anthony Vitale Jr. to his outside. The 007, the James Bond ride. Sam Bachman will begin on the inside of row number 3 with Jason Haynes to his outside. Armando Melgusa in the 78. Thank you for your service, sir. Served in the Air Force. I may have got that wrong. With Clay Christopherson in the 51 to his outside. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 1. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody moving on. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Race hard. Race clean. Put on another great show. Good luck. It'll be Braden Carter, the youngster out of Virginia, that takes us to the green flag. Missouri driver Billy Roberts to his outside. Both those drivers with a little bit of real racing experience. As does the 21 of Anthony Vitale Jr. on the outside of row number 2. Drives a mod in real life. Pace truck should exit this time by 8 laps to get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 car looking for the green flag. We are underway, 8 laps. Winner of this race will sit on the pole for the feature. It will be Braden Carter on the start. Kind of washes up, gets into the front end of the 99 of Billy Roberts. Cale Smith will fall into P3. Anthony Vitale Jr. in the 21 will capture P4. Gets over the tire, upsets the car a little bit. That'll open the door for Jason Haynes in the 66 machine. He'll move up to P4. Up front, Braden Carter, a little bit of pressure from Billy Roberts. Go on board with Billy as he tries to track down the youngster. Billy Roberts is going to send it down low, cut down line for the 5 car on lap 5 of 8. Great race. We're 2 by 2. Clay Christopherson in the 51 has moved up 2 positions. Sam Bachman in the 007 has fallen back a couple. They're going to battle it out with Anthony Vitale Jr. Coming to the white flag, it'll be Braden Carter with the lead coming off of turn number 4, looking for the white flag. White flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. Heat 1. 1 lap to go. Braden Carter, Billy Carter, Cale Smith, Jason Haynes, your top 4. And that's how they'll finish. Braden Carter, Billy Roberts, Cale Smith, Jason Haynes, Clay Christopherson are your top 4. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Michael Vitale in the 213 will begin on the pole for heat number 2. He's got the 2 car. That's Justin Sick to his outside. Kelly Wheeler in the 11 car, driver out of Kentucky, will have the 518 of Joseph Grandy to his outside. Dylan Kenzie will begin on the inside of row number 3. He's going to have Jordan LaFawn in the 144 to his outside. Andy Patton will start at the tail end of the field. Couple of veterans in the field. Got Michael Vitale, Power Pro Specialist, and Andy Patton in the 87 aircraft mechanic. Through conversation, found out that he may have worked on the jet that I went for a ride in. So kind of cool. In Spangdahlem, Germany. Shout out to Andy Patton and welcome back to Friday Night Lights. This is for the outside of row number 2 in the 50-lap feature. Green flag is out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are underway. Good start by Vitale in the 213. He's going to run the middle. Kelly Wheeler in the 11 car. A little bit of bump there. Gets into the left rear of the 2 car. Kelly Wheeler able to hold on. Dylan Kenzie will move up 1 in the FTM 639 right. Joseph Grandy in the 518. Not used to seeing Joseph back that far. Jordan LaFawn, Andy Patton. Kelly Wheeler taking a peek underneath Justin Sick. in 3 and 4. Can't get it done. Looks like everybody running the middle of 1 and 2. Landon Smith checking in. Owner and CEO of Midwest Forklifts LLC, who puts on this show. Justin Sick falling back a little bit from the 213 of Michael Vitale. On lap 7 of 8. Vitale, Sick, Wheeler, Kenzie are your top 4. Joseph Grandy, not used to seeing Joseph Grandy back that far. White flag is out. Michael Vitale with one more round. It'll be Vitale, Sick, Wheeler, Kenzie, Grandy, your top 5. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your 50-lap feature.
Thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. That just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear a Tilvalhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Tilvalhalla Project a place our fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. Landon Smith checking in. Clean race. Both heat races were very clean races. Getting ready for 50 laps. Looks like the track is wearing in fairly well. A little slick at the entrance into 1 and 2. Cale Smith at the top of the board in practice. Dylan Kinsey, Kelly Wheeler, Sam Bachman, Braden Carter, your top 5. As warm-ups have ended, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for 50-lap short track action at Limaland Motorsports Park. It will be the youngster out of Virginia on the front row. That's not what I wanted. Don't know where that came from. Let's try to hide that. There we go. Braden Carter on the front row. He's going to have the 213 of Michael Carter to his Michael Vitale to his outside. Billy Roberts will start on the inside of row number 2 with the 2-car of Justin Sick to his outside. Cale Smith in the 115 with Kelly Wheeler in row number 3. Jason Haynes with Dylan Kinsey in the 639. Clay Christopherson and Joseph Grandy in row number 5. Anthony Vitale Jr., Jordan LaFawn in row number 6. Sam Bachman, Andy Patton in row number 7. Armando Melgusa will round out your field of 15 cars. All right, drivers, welcome to the feature. Initial start on green. Restarts are on leader. Leader pick inside or outside before the one to go is given. You got 50 laps to get it done. Put on a great show. Good luck. Braden, I haven't looked at the points lately. Let me take a quick peek. If you're not a member of our Discord page, don't hesitate to reach out and let me know that you want to be. That's where our points are listed. Braden Carter, Cale Smith, Joseph Grandy are your top 3 in points. Green flag is out. We are underway. It'll be Braden Carter going down low. Michael Vitale will stay on the high side. Leadfoot Mafia teammate Billy Roberts on the bottom in the 99 is going to try to get by. Justin Sick's going to hang to the outside. We're 2 by 2. Little bit of contact in the back of the field. Braden Carter at the front of the field. Billy Roberts in tow in the 99. Michael Vitale goes down a little bit shallower. Justin Sick in the 2-car. He's on the high side. Little bit of contact. Looked like Kelly Wheeler got into contact with Clay Christopherson. And that will bring out our first caution. Take a look. Riding along with Joseph Grandy. Let's see what happened here. Looks like Clay Christopherson with a good run on the outside. A couple cars coming off the bottom. Makes contact with Kelly Wheeler. Wheeler coming down and tried to save it. Wheeler does save it. Grandy dives down low and gets into the rear end of the 144 of Jordan LaFawn. And that's where we... Caution 1 on lap 5. Cale Smith cheering on the CSC crew. Braden Carter in P1. Cale Smith somewhere around. Green flag came out. Braden Carter on the high side. Michael Vitale still P2. We're going to go 3 wide for P3. Cale Smith on the bottom. Billy Roberts in the middle. Justin Sick on the outside. Cale Smith wisely drops back, but he'll drop back to P5. Good battle at the front of the field for a podium. Dylan Kinsey in the 639 moves up 2 positions. Jordan LaFawn in the 144. Indiana driver has moved up 3 positions. Anthony Vitale Jr. battling it out with Joseph Grandy. I am not sure what's going on with the 518 car. Don't know if it's set up. Looks like Grandy doesn't have a control of the track tonight. Melgusa, my apologies. Sam Bachman, Andy Patton in the tail end of the field. Now Braden Carter starting to get away from the field. good look at a couple of the sponsors on board the 05. For those of you out there that sponsor these drivers, yes, I get it, it's iRacing, but I can tell you from experience, it's not cheap. Every little bit helps. Michael Carter in P2, Justin Sick, Billy Roberts, Cale Smith is your top 5. Dylan Kenzie wants to get up there and challenge the 115 for a top 5 finish. Kelly Wheeler still in the battle. Oh, Justin Sick. Teammates get into each other. Billy Roberts and Michael Vitale. That'll bring out caution number 2 on lap 15 of 50. Dylan Kenzie will move up to P2. In that FTM 639 machine, Kelly Wheeler will be in a current podium position, the driver out of Kentucky in the 11 machine. But it'll be Braden Carter, your pole sitter. He will choose the inside. Grandma Pete back with us. Good evening, Grandma Pete. Glad you could join us cheering on the 144 of Jordan LaFawn. Does anybody have anything for the 5 car of Braden Carter? Dylan Kenzie now in the 631's turn to get up there and give it a battle. Jordan LaFawn jumps up to P3. Jordan LaFawn currently in a podium. Kelly Wheeler in the 11 car falls back to P4. Jordan LaFawn up 9 positions from his start. Kelly Wheeler taking a peek underneath the 5 car. FTM ride rolling P2. Dylan Kenzie, Jordan LaFawn in the 144. Kelly Wheeler, Joseph Grandy, 518. Big surprise, has found his footing here at Limaland. He'll move up to P5. He's got Anthony Vitale Jr. to his outside. Jason Haynes in the 66. Andy Patton has moved up 6 positions in the 87 machine. Clay Christopherson in the 51. Justin Sick has fallen back 6. Billy Roberts in the 99 is going to have to come back through the field in that 99. He's back 8 positions from his start. That's Mel Gusa back there. Cale Smith back there. Michael Vitale back there. But up front, smooth sailing for that 5 car. Let's go on board with Kenzie, the FTM 639, as he tries to track down your leader. You can see those cars running similar times. Put on my glasses here. Oh, somebody into the outside wall hard. That's Jordan LaFawn in P3. We'll go into the outside wall. Let's take a look at what happened to Jordan. Jordan LaFawn is that, I don't know, what do you call that? Teal color car. Looks like he gets into the wall with the rear end. Got the wheel turned to the left. Jordan LaFawn into the outside fence. So, caution number 3 on the halfway point. Grandma Pete out in Indiana. Grandma Pete, I don't know if we're moving to Indiana, Kentucky, or Tennessee. We've been watching the weather. It's in the 40s, highs in the 50s out here in Northern California, and rain, which is probably why I'm sick. Braden Carter with the restart on lap 26 of 50. Dylan Kinsey in P2, Kelly Wheeler in P3. Don't look now, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the 518 of Joseph Grandy. Currently third in points. One spot ahead of the CSC, Cale Smith, who is currently running in P12. I'd like to thank Cale to his service to our nation in the United States Navy. Currently back in P12. Look at Andy Patton in that 87 car. He is running the bottom, as is Old Faithful Clay Christopherson running the bottom. He's ran the top the last couple of weeks, and I didn't know who it was in that car, but there he is in the 51 FTM ride. He has moved up 2 positions. He's running the bottom, currently in P7. Braden Carter running the high side. Dylan Kinsey, Kelly Wheeler in P3. Joseph Grandy, as the caution comes out. Billy Roberts involved in his second caution. Again, if you're out there listening, a little bit under the weather, voice isn't what it probably should be, but we're giving her a go. Billy Roberts in the red number 99 car on the outside in that picture. Goes in. Andy Patton gets into the outside wall. Billy Roberts checks up, and Cale Smith finishes off the deal. Lap 32 of 50, the youngster out of Virginia, Braden Carter, has led every lap. Dylan Kinsey in the 639 in P2. Kelly Wheeler looking at his first podium with Friday Night Lights. Green flag is out. Good start by Braden Carter. Puts a gap between himself and the 639 of Dylan Kinsey. All restarts will be single file from this point on. Once we hit 3 cautions, we go single file or 10 laps to go. Does anybody have anything for Braden Carter? Dylan Kinsey, Kelly Wheeler, Joseph Grandy, Michael Vitale Jr. is your top 5. Clay Christopherson in the 51. Now he moves up to the higher side as Jordan LaFawn involved in his second incident. So, Braden Carter, Dylan Kinsey, Kelly Wheeler, Joseph Grandy, Anthony Vitale Jr. are your top 5. Dylan Kinsey up 6 positions in the FTM 639. Joseph Grandy up 6. We'll go back to green on lap 36 or 37 of 50. Not sure which. Lights are off on the pace truck. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to go green. It'll be Braden Carter in the 05. Pace truck is off. Braden Carter, Dylan Kinsey. Braden Carter with another great jump on the start. Kelly Wheeler into the outside wall. Wheeler battling it out with Joseph Grandy. Grandy's going to try to take advantage on the bottom side. Can't quite get it done. Just after we talked about the FTM number 51, Clay Christopherson running on the bottom. Here he is on the top side. Braden Carter still quicker than P2. Caution comes out. Justin Sick involved. Theo doesn't like to see that. That's Sick in the bright yellow and black. Two cars. Justin Sick looks like he just locked it up not to get into anybody else. Justin Sick currently 4th in points, so every position will help the driver out of New York. Like 3 cars have DQ'd for incident points. Billy Robert, Andy Patton, and Jordan LaFawn are out of the race. Lap 39 of 50 when we go back green. Can Kenzie get it done? He's able to stay with Carter a little bit better on this restart. Kelly Wheeler gets into the outside fence. Joseph Grandy is going to pounce in the 518. He's going to go on the bottom side, try to get underneath Wheeler. They're side by side at the line for the final podium. Joseph Grandy does not slide up. They'll run side by side once again. Grandy off of turn number 3. He'll have the advantage at the line. Blake Christopherson, and we got a mess behind him. So the 518 of Grandy moves up to P3. Be interested to see how the points shake out since Grandy is just behind Cale Smith in the overall points. Braden Carter will run away with it here shortly if somebody doesn't stop the CSC 05. As you can see, the track starting to slicken up a little bit. Dylan Kent, lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to go green. Dylan Kinsey trying to figure out the restart. It was like Braden Carter gets a little bit of jump on the start. Now Joseph Grandy in P3. Another good restart by the youngster out of Virginia. Kinsey's going to go down low and see what happens. Makes up a little bit of ground. Grandy's going to go down low. Now all 3 will go down low. Grandy's going to go to the middle. He's going to try to get to the outside of Dylan Kinsey on lap 45 of 50. Not many laps to get it done. Grandy trying to make it happen. If you want to beat them, you got to go where they're not running. Grandy is doing just that. All your leaders on the bottom side. Grandy in the 518, running the middle. Oh, a little bit of contact between Wheeler and Grandy. They're able to continue, but Clay Christopherson in the 51 gets a good run on Grandy. Those three are going to battle it out for the final podium position. Grandy and Clay Christopherson going at it. It'll be Clay Christopherson last time by on lap 48 of 50. Clay Christopherson once again. Can Grandy get it done? Grandy battling on the bottom. Clay Christopherson running the middle as Braden Carter with one to go runs away from the field. Dylan Kinsey, P2. The battle is right here. These two drivers. Kinsey's going to slow up. Grandy, it'll be Christopherson at the line. Top three, start, finish line. Top three, start, finish line, please. Braden Carter, Dylan Kinsey, Clay Christopherson. Joseph Grandy, Kelly Wheeler gets a top five. All right, fellas, don't forget to go up for your interviews. Get a word with your top three here momentarily. See who we got in the booth here. Braden Carter is in the booth. Roxanne Jones congratulating the 05. Waiting on Clay Christopherson in the 51 machine. Good race put on by all the drivers. Clay Christopherson battling it out with the 518 of Joseph Grandy in the end. There is Clay Christopherson in the 51 machine. He's able to move up 6 positions from his start. Clay, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, great run in the 51. You and Grandy battled it out there at the end. And I was just talking about how you always run the bottom. The last few weeks, you started running the top. So I thought I had you figured out. And tonight, you moved back down to the bottom. Man, what was the best line around this place?
I feel like the top was so consistent. Up until 1 and 2 kind of felt like a long way around. But it was hard to make any ground on the bottom. The only time I was really going down there if there was a train above me that I knew we're going to have to slow up for each other. That's the only... But towards the end, 1 and 2 felt really good on the bottom, and then middle, I found a little something that was okay. I wanted to do a little bit more of a cut down, but Grandy was there, and we were running out of laps to experiment. So, no, the car felt awesome, though. It felt like I was getting faster.
Yeah, man, you and Grandy battled it out. Grandy kind of got hung up behind your teammate, Dylan Kinsey, there at the end, and you were able to take advantage, man. Another great run for the 51. We haven't seen you on the podium lately, man. It is absolutely amazing to speak with you tonight. Who do you want to thank on that 51 ride for a podium finish?
You for putting this all together, all the guys at FTM and Swan Speed Shop for 358 and big block setups.
All right, man, you going to run the Pro Late models?
I think I'm going to call it. We're going to hang out with the kiddos and stuff, so.
All right, man, have a great night.
You too. Thanks.
All right, man. See ya. Let's get a word with Dylan Kinsey in the 639 car. Also moved up 6 positions. Dylan, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you.
Man, great run. I don't know. Have we spoke on the podium before? Excuse my voice, man. I am feeling like shit, but we're doing this.
Well, you still sound good, but no, I think this is my first podium on Friday Night Lights.
Man, that car looked absolutely stellar most of the night, kind of consistent. Looked like the 05 was getting away from you a little bit on the restarts. What do you think you needed to get by him?
Him not to run the bottom when I went to the bottom on the, I think it was the last restart. We both were just talking. We seen Grandy down there the second to last restart, and We started talking to Discord, like, we got to try the bottom because the top of 3 or 4 was gone. And so I went to the bottom of 1 and 2 on that restart, and I didn't expect to pull up alongside him like that. But then right after that, he seen me do that, so he went down to the bottom. But I don't know. He's crazy good on restarts. So I was trying to time it and learn about where the zone he would go, and I don't know. He's really good at restarts. I don't know. He was really fast. He was smooth. He could run the top a little better than me. But I was better in 1 and 2. I think he was better in 3 and 4 than me up top.
Yeah, man, the 639 put on a great show. I thought you might have a chance to get them. FDM finishing 2 and 3, so that's not a bad deal. Great run. Where are you from, man?
I live in Burns Bay, New York. It's central New York. It's like I call it the mecca of big block modified racing. So I can't even remember how many tracks are within an hour of where I live, but it's a crazy amount, and I love it. I love modifieds.
Yeah, we got 2 New York drivers in Friday Night Lights that you raced with tonight that actually race in real life. Justin Sick and Anthony Vitale Jr. are both from New York, and they run modifieds up there. So, man, if you ever get the chance and you're in the pits, drop by and tell them you beat their ass tonight in the 639. So, man, great run in that ride. Tell us a little bit about FTM. I'm seeing a lot of FTM cars.
Yeah, our team's pretty big. I don't know how long I've been with them, maybe a year, but I've been racing with them longer than that. I started racing with Dean. He sponsored me, and then Dean and Scott Realm got me on the team, and then that's just been a blast since. We all race together a lot in different leagues. So most of them guys run more than me. I don't run as much as they do, but we're all really good. We bounce setups off of each other. Gunner is on our team too, so we get a lot of help from him. But then there's also a lot. DJ's really smart. Sam's really smart with setups. Clay's smart. There's a lot of us. We're always talking setups and stuff when we're in races. So we're all over. Some of us are in New York. So, Logan, he's in I don't know, Pennsylvania or whatever. Clay and Sam, they're over I don't know, somewhere over in Michigan or something like that. But yeah, there's a bunch of us around. A core group of us are from New York, so we see each other a lot. Like I see Dean, I see Scott, and stuff like that quite a bit. So DJ live a little south of me, but no, we love the race. Our main thing is modifieds, and Trevor does late models, and Gavin's on our team. He's kind of our sprint car guru. But yeah, we just a mixed bag over here at FTM.
Yeah, man. When I first heard that they were going to offer modifieds in iRacing, we don't have them in California. I had no idea what the hell they were talking about, but man, you're telling me a car that you sit in like a sprint car in the center, and yeah, man, I was all kinds of confused, but it's one of my favorites behind the midget to drive is the 358 or the big block modifieds, man. Great run in the 639 tonight. We missed Scotty and Dean, actually. I'll have to send them a message here tonight and see what the hell they got going on. But who do you want to thank on that 639 ride for a podium finish?
I just got to thank all the guys at FTM, Gunnar Swan Speed Shop, Dean Reynolds at Super Dirt Car, Vertex Graphics. I give a shout out to DJ. This setup he made, I use it everywhere in a 358. I just change the gear, and some tracks I either run a gallon or more or less in fuel for the feature. It just depends how big it is. But this set is so good. When tires get warm, it just hauls the mail up top. So I gave a shout out to DJ. Shout out to Braden and Clay. Clay had a good run coming up to third. So just all them guys. You for the broadcast, Joe, and putting us on and dealing with all our bull crap sometimes. But sometimes we put on some good shows.
Yeah, man. The show tonight was amazing. Great run. You going to run the pro late models?
I might take a break, leave on a high note. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Great run. We'll see you next week, I hope.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, man. That is Dylan Kinsey, the FTM driver in the 639. It is the youngster out of Virginia in the 05, Braden Carter, that is able to drive to victory lane. Braden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Man, it looked like nobody had anything for the 05. Restarts were probably your strong point. How was the ride from the seat?
Yeah, man. Those single file restarts really helped me. If you can get a good cut down here on the single file restart, it gives you a lot of momentum entering one. And for the guy behind you, you got to time it almost perfect if you want to stay a car length, 2 car lengths near the guy, because I mean you carry so much speed starting off a race like that, and just carrying it into one. But besides that, I mean, I felt great anywhere I went, man. I don't know, I couldn't ask for a better piece tonight. Um, that I felt my car would work anywhere. I just had to put it there and drive the thing right, and pretty much I guess what I did up until the beginning to the end.
Yeah, man. So you entered the night, I don't know, 14 points ahead of your teammate, Cale Smith. So you'll pad that lead a little bit, man. Another great, you're going to make me send another trophy to Virginia, aren't you?
Man, that's the goal. I don't know. I just I love being competitive, man. I don't know if it's just how I am. My real goal is to get 2 trophies. Even if I get one, and be cool to see Kale get one, another CACI get one. That's the goal. I honestly just want the best for the team. The main goal is to have the team run good every week, and fortunately, Kale got in a deal there, but he was happy with the speed, which is something I'm you know happy for, to have my
Yeah,
guys
man.
have some speed.
Yeah, I got one of those trophies sitting right behind me next to my sim rig. I have
I
the
do as well.
I have the prototype, and
Yeah.
sweet ass trophies, man. My nephew actually made those, so
Oh yeah,
man,
dude.
we got 2 more ready to go out in the mail. Great run in the 05. Great run for CSC. Who do you want to thank on that ride for a victory lane finish?
Yeah, first off, about the trophies, that's a top-notch trophy. Shout out to your nephew. I haven't really talked about it too much in the interview, but the thing is amazing. I mean, it's been sitting here for a while. You know, top quality, top materials. Never, it came perfect, looks perfect, and I'm happy with it. Um, Good job as always, Joe. You always put on a good show. Shout out to you, GY6RN, Dirt Track Bank, um, Dylan Kinsey, Clay Christopherson. Good run of them. It was a fun battle. I thought Dylan had something for me. That bottom came in. I just had to get down there. Shout out to those guys, running me clean. CSC Motorsports, Kale for coming out tonight. Kyle Hardy, Chase Hardy, Travis Anderson. Fortunately, none of those guys can make it tonight. I think Kyle might run pro lates. I'm not sure. My dad, Michael Carter, Jonathan Higdon, Randy Carter Payton, my granddad, watching upstairs right now. Midwest Forklifts, title sponsor of this series, sponsored me this past season on the iRacing car as well. KK's Diecast community, Kevin Lynn Keeling. Casey wins races on for the wrap, and yeah.
Yeah, man. So get out your wrenches, because I told my nephew these are too big to send in a package. I need to break them down. So you're gonna have to put this thing together when it comes.
That's fun.
The
That's
base
fun. I
and the
can do that.
arm and the I don't know what do you call it, a crest, I guess. So yeah, man. Great run by that 05 tonight. Padded your lead a little bit, and we'll see you in the pro late models.
Thanks, sir.
All right, man. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are the 358 modifieds at Limaland Motorsports Park. We'll take a quick break. And when we come back, we will have the pro late models right back here at Limaland Motorsports Park. We'll be back.
I'm Chris Jakomick, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Throughout my military career, I spent the bulk of my career out in Las Vegas. It was the first job I had as I was protecting some sensitive resources out there at Nellis. I would deploy to Kuwait early on in my military career with a larger weaponry system to support Operation Southern Watch. And then from 2003 to 2006, I was part of the emerging drone mission for the United States Air Force and Department of Defense. We were fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan from our backyard. You'd be in war for 12 hours of your shift, and then you'd drive home to your apartment here in Nevada. So psychologically, it was very odd. Like, you felt you were in the combat zone every day because you were seeing it on the screens and it was that important, but I don't know what it did to the human psyche at the time. Some things would kind of happen in my personal life after that would change a lot. When Adam joined the Marine Corps, it was a natural fit. Anybody who joins the military, especially after 9/11 happened, you're looking for that purpose. I think that's why he made the choice. It's like, let me go be a Marine. He was in between Fallujah and Ramadi during the heaviest parts of the fighting of the Iraq conflict. I mean, you hear guys like Jocko and everything talk about like the triangle of death. My brother was dead set in the middle of the triangle of death with a Marine unit. I think it changed him. Like, you look at everything across history, you read any of the books out there, war changes anybody that's been involved with it. Trauma or mass events like that changes anybody, and it really changed my brother. And I get that call. I get the text actually from my stepmom. Was like, "You need to call me as soon as possible. Something's wrong with Adam." All right. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm about to pull off the highway to go celebrate and have some pizza with my classmates, and she's like, "Adam's dead. Adam's dead. He had died by suicide that day, 25th of July, 2017. And it changed my world forever."
I think that was the first time I saw or heard someone broken through the phone. There was a time where I was concerned that he wasn't going to make it. There were times I thought, we're going to have to camp out outside of his house, or we might get that phone call. Are we ready for that phone call?
I couldn't catch a break. A fellow first sergeant I served with, he had died by suicide. On the day of my buddy's funeral, I'm going through social media, and I see this, what appears to be a manifesto from one of my old airmen. My first thought was like, today's not going to be a good day. And sadly, my hunch was right. He had killed his own family and taken his own life on the day of my buddy's funeral. It was just compounding trauma after trauma after trauma. I cracked. I fell hard with alcohol. That was rock bottom. I've first heard about Mission 22 just by like surfing the internet and looking on there and seeing some of the programs that they had available. I was like, something seems right about this. To be in a program like the R&R program with them and the innovative things that they're putting together, I've not seen in any other veteran nonprofit. It's putting all this stuff together to heal in the most effective way possible. They're making you do a lot of the hard work through reading, through audiobooks, through physical fitness, through nutrition, open discussion, critical thinking, neuroplasticity and cognitive feedback to where you're developing the brain more. It's given me a chance to regain my life. Cycling's been a big part of my recovery. Is around the time I retired a little over a year ago, I set forth, as like, let me set this goal to ride 2,020 miles in 2020 for another veteran nonprofit that supports Gold Star families and those lost either to accident or to suicide. Every time I got on that bike, I was like, you know what? There's a name, there's a dash that I'm gonna honor today. Not the dates on the gravestone. Is like, I'm gonna honor that life. So it gave me purpose. And it just became like a release for me to where the pedals would spin and I would get out of my head for a little bit. physically I was starting to feel better. I could see the improvements, and I've tracked my data over the past year, and it's phenomenal on the growth that I've had on a bike.
He's just on a mission and is relentless about it. You know, every day he pushes it. From, you know, the loss of his brother and a number of different trauma that he had gone through in his life, it was absolutely critical for him to find something that he could sink his teeth into. I think he's taken the ball and run with it with Mission 22, especially the R&R, the recovery and resilience part. I think it makes him stronger in the person that he is today.
I don't know why I fell on the bike. It was just like, okay, it called me, and then I kept going. So you know that scene from Forrest Gump where he just starts running one day and it ends up in Monument Valley in Utah? He's like, I'm tired, I think I'll go home now. I'm not tired yet. I'm not ready to throw the towel in like Forrest Gump did. I'm getting on that bike and I'm keeping on going because there's something about it. There's something about just getting out in nature, having that breeze in your face and seeing some of the beautiful landscape here in Las Vegas where it takes you away from the stressors and the challenges of the world for a little bit. And you can just appreciate the beauty that is out there and be in the moment. And then it got serious because the Air Force enrolled me in the Air Force Wounded Warrior program and it transformed into lo and behold training. If I do this well, maybe I can go represent the Air Force. Maybe my grief and everything in my entire story can come to fruition because I can put the energy into something positive. If I made the team, I'd just be overwhelmed with emotion. I suffered a lot of my trauma because of my military service. But at the end, it's like, I gotta be grateful that I'm allowed to compete in this because there are others who didn't make it home or lost the war at home that's what it's about.
Oh my gosh, everybody. I am so excited. My heart's pumping. My hands are sweaty. Please welcome our very own director of the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program, Colonel Rich Obert. Over to you, sir.
Welcome, warriors and athletes. Today we're going to announce the 2021 Air Force Team for Warrior Games. The selection was difficult as there were many hardworking and deserving individuals, and the work and dedication was apparent by all. I know the suspense is killing you, so I'll turn it back over to Marcia. Good luck to each of you. Back to you, Marcia.
All right, thank you, sir. Starting us out from Air Education and Training Command, Major Daniel, Lieutenant Dan Cariña. Yes, yes, yes. Air Combat Command, out of Texas, Master Sergeant Nicole Nikki Favuza. From Valdosta, Georgia, Technical Sergeant retired Antonio Del Vecchio. From East Liberty, Ohio, Airman retired Pete Murphy. Technical Sergeant retired.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Cars out on the track, your pro late models. Looks like we're going to have 2 heat races, 8-lap heat races. And then we'll have a 30-lap feature. Justin Sick at the top of the board. John Hine in the 71, driver out of Missouri, is with us. He's P2. Joseph Grandy, Cale Smith is P4 in practice. Got about 1 minute left. We'll go to qualifying. Thank you all for sticking around with us. See Jordan LaFawn out there, Landon Smith, Roxanne Jones, Grandma Pete. Thanks for hanging out with us on another Friday night. As we are getting ready to advance to qualifying. Don't forget to check us out, Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights on Facebook. We post shorts of your winners. We post announcements, podium shots. We're getting ready to go qualifying here at Limaland. Justin Sick still the top of the board. Joseph Grandy, P3. See who's the first car out on the track. Thanks for sticking with me again. Voice is a little bit not well, we'll say that. Who is the first car out on track? It's going to be John Hine in the 71. Comes to us by way of Coast to Coast Racing League. Cale Smith in the 115. Navy veteran, as always. Thank you, Cale, for your service to our nation. Andy Patton is back with us. Driver out of, I believe, Pennsylvania in the 87. Air Force veteran. Mel Kusa is with us in the 76. Also an Air Force veteran. Michael Vitale, an Air Force veteran. We got a house full of Air Force veterans. Cale Smith, top of the board. 12:19 for the 115. Joseph Grandy, P2, 12:23. Billy Roberts, P3. Michael Vitale, now P3 in the 213, 12:28. Cale Smith will shut it down, P1. Joseph Grandy, John Hine jumps up to P3 with a 12:28. Jason Haynes out on track, driver out of Canada. He'll jump up to P7. Andy Patton shuts it down, P8. Justin Sick out on track in the 2 machine. Theo and Mama out there watching. Braden Carter, top of the board in the 05, 12:02. Jason Haynes jumps up to P4. Justin Sick, his first time lap, will put him P4. Still waiting on Jordan LaFawn, the driver out of Indiana, is out on track. The last car to qualify in that 144. Good looking ride. Kokomo, Indiana is his hometown track. First lap for LaFawn will jump him up to P6, 12:26 for the 144. Coming out of turn number 4, can he improve? Little bit slower, 12:28 on his second lap. That'll put Jordan LaFawn at P6. Brendan Carter in the 05 CSC machine with your quick time. Jordan LaFawn getting a few extra laps here. If you're out there still with us, send us a message. I see Landon and Roxanne. Jordan LaFawn shuts it down. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to heat number 1. Heat 1 of the grid. Heat 1 of the grid, please. Braden Carter in the 05 will begin on the inside of row number 1 with Joseph Grandy to his outside. Jason Haynes, driver out of Canada, will have John Hine to his outside in row number 2. Billy Roberts and Andy Patton will occupy row number 3. All right, drivers, you got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody moving on. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Race hard or race clean. Good luck. So no stranger to the front row. That's the 5 car of Braden Carter. These are fixed setup pro late models. Lights are off on the pace truck. Should exit next time by. Pace truck is off. Braden Carter looking for the green flag. Haynes trying to get a little bit of a jump. It'll be Joseph Grandy with a good restart on the outside of the 05. Little bit of contact between Grandy and Haynes. They're trying to figure it out. Billy Roberts will move up to P2. John Hine will move up to P3 in the 71 with Andy Patton in tow in the 87. Both those drivers come to us by way of the Coast to Coast Racing League. Landon Smith's got a crew at the shop watching tonight. Shout out to our friends in South Dakota. Hope to be able to join you guys one of these days. It'll be Braden Carter at the front of the field in the 05. Billy Roberts in the 99, driver out of Missouri in P2. John Hine. I've only known him for 10 years, it seems. In P3, Air Force veteran, the 87 car of Andy Patton in P4 on lap 6 of 8. Braden Carter coming to 2 to go. The 05 at the front of the field, currently leading in the points. It'll be Braden Carter at the line by a bunch. Oh, that's 1 to go. My apologies. One more time around for the 05 in Lima, Ohio. It will be Braden Carter, Billy Roberts, John Hine, and Andy Patton is your finishing order in heat number 1. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. It'll be Navy veteran and a CSC driver Cale Smith on the pole for heat number 2 in the 115. He'll have Justin Sick in the 2 car, the driver out of New York, to his outside. Michael Vitale in the 213. That's Air Force veteran. We'll have Jordan LaFawn on his inside in row number 2. Air Force veteran Armando T. Melgusa will round out your field of 5 drivers. Cale Smith out of South Dakota, the 115 CSC driver, will be looking for the green flag next time by. Happy Friday night to everybody out there. Again, my voice, I apologize. A little bit under the weather, but we're getting it done. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to that 115. 3 veterans in the field. 2 Air Force, 1 Navy. It'll be Cale Smith. He goes to the bottom, hits a tire. That'll upset the 115, give the lead to the 2 car. Justin Sick, the driver out of New York. Cale Smith will fall back to P2. Indiana's own, the 144 of Jordan LaFawn will fall back to P3. Michael Vitale, P4. Armando Melgusa in the 78 will be P5. Can the 115 regroup and get up and challenge Justin Sick in this fixed setup pro late model race? I've raced against Justin Sick in the 2 car. Very smooth driver. Courtney Ann out there watching with Theo, I am sure, up in New York. Cale Smith is going to run the bottom. The 115 is going to try to get the bottom working, trying to sneak underneath the 2 car. On lap 5 of 8, Cale Smith, will he dive down once again? Cut down lane by the 115. Gains a little ground on Justin Sick. Lap 7 of 8, 2 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Sick looking for his first heat race win in Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights 2025. Coming off of turn 4, it'll be Sick, Smith, LaFawn, Vitale. ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Practice getting ready to wrap up here momentarily. Again, shout out to the Midwest Forklift LLC crew out in South Dakota watching from the shop. I will assume that you're not sticking around the shop to watch me on Friday Night Lights. So according to your customer ratings, you guys are out there grinding it out. Greatly appreciate all that you do. Put on the show for all of our fans out here. So keep doing what you do, fellas. Greatly appreciated. Andy Patton at the top of the board, Air Force veteran in the 87. Crew chief on F-16's last tour in Spangdahlem, Germany. Joseph Grandy, P2. Justin Sick, P3. Cale Smith up to P5. Billy Roberts, P6. Armando Melgusa, believe he told me he's from Arizona, in the 78. Air Force veteran. We're getting ready to go 30 laps. Pro late models at Lima, Ohio at Limaland Motorsports Park. We'll get your lineup here momentarily. No stranger to the front row. It will be Braden Carter on the front row in the 05. He'll have the 2 car. New York driver Justin Sick to his outside. Billy Roberts, the driver out of the city that I proposed to my wife in 58 years ago. Billy Roberts out of Independence, Missouri. In the inside of row number 2, he'll have Cale Smith to his outside. John Hine, driver out of St. Louis, Missouri in the 71. We'll have Jordan LaFawn, hasn't gridded yet, in the 144 to his outside. Cale Smith. Andy Patton will begin on the inside of row number 4. We have Michael Vitale to his outside in the 213. Andy Patton in 87. We'll have Mel Gusa to his outside in row number 4. Jason Haynes, I know I got that all messed up. We'll have Joseph Grandy to his outside in row number 5. All right, drivers, you got 30 laps to get it done. Start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Leader on restarts. Choose inside or outside before the one to go is given. 30 laps to get it done. put on a great show for your fans. The boys at Midwest Force Lifts LLC are out watching you. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to the youngster out of Virginia. That is Braden Carter. Justin Sick's going to get a little head start on the outside. Braden Carter will slide up in front of the 2 car. Sick will dive down in 1 and 2. Slide job. He'll pull up even, or 3 and 4, my apologies. Braden Carter able to take the lead back over. Cale Smith currently in P3 in the 113. Billy Roberts in the 99 Gears Unlimited ride is on the inside. Jordan LaFawn is his company. LaFawn is going to force the 99 off the bottom. That'll be LaFawn in the 144. Currently in P5. John Hine in the 71 on the high side. In P6, Michael Vitale, P7. Joseph Grandy, currently second in points, is running back in P8. Jason Haynes is battling it out with Andy Patton, and Mel Gusa rounds out the field. Up front, Braden Carter getting it done. Justin Sick. Watch out for the 115 of Cale Smith. He starts to take a look down low, getting a good run on the bottom. Cale Smith will pull side by side on the exit of turn 4. Can't quite get it done at the line. Can he get it done? It looks like Cale Smith on the backstretch. Cale Smith, Justin Sick battling it out. It'll be Sick at the line once again. Cale Smith is able to make it happen shortly after the crossing. Cale Smith staying on the bottom. Can he get it done? Billy Roberts in P4, Jordan LaFawn in P5. John Hine in the 71, Michael Vitale digging the bottom. Joseph Grandy in the 518 has moved up 3 positions. He's currently in P8. Up front, all by himself, that's the 5 car of Braden Carter. Justin Sick now able to settle out. Let's go on board with Cale Smith in the 115 as he tries to make up that ground. You can see the track starting to wear. You see the glare off the track. Getting dry slick a little bit. Up front, Braden Carter found the bottom in the 358 modified. Looks like he's going to run the middle in 1 and 2. Or in 3 and 4, my apologies. The bottom in 1 and 2. Justin Sick trying to keep track. Cale Smith in P3. Billy Roberts, the first car on the outside of a podium. Yes, the caution comes out. Michael Vitale involved in an incident. That's the 213 of Michael Vitale in the black car. Let's see what happens. Looks like both him and Grandy got into the outside wall. Vitale not able to recover. It looks like the front left somehow is tore up on the 213. He finishes it off. Braden Carter will remain at the front of the field. Of course, my go live button ceases to work. Hopefully we catch up here. It'll be Braden Carter, Justin Sick, Cale Smith, Billy Roberts, Jordan LaFawn, John Hine. That is your top 6. in fast speed. As you can see, the pace truck has exited. Good start by Braden Carter. Jordan LaFawn in tow. Cale Smith down low. There we go. We're caught up. Cale Smith running below the 2 car of Justin Sick. Now all 3 will venture down low. First car on the outside is the 99 of Billy Roberts, driver out of Independence, Missouri. Braden Carter will keep the 05 down low. Lap 20 of 30. This one's coming to an end in a big hurry. Cale Smith currently running third in the points, tied with Justin Sick. So this is a battle for who will take over third position between the 2 car and the 115. Braden Carter enjoying the view in his rear view mirror of the 2 car and the 115, battling it out. Cale Smith needs to make the pass to gain ground on Justin Sick. So Braden Carter running away from the field. Billy Robertson, the 99, still in the battle. Jordan LaFawn in that bright orange 144, still battling. Joseph Grandy moves up 5 from his start in the 518. Grandy currently second in points, so this won't help matters. Slide job coming from Cale Smith. He's able to slide the 2 car. Justin Sick with the crossover on lap 27 of 30. Cale Smith giving it all he's got in the 115. This is going to be a battle for P3 in the points. And P3, yikes, Cale Smith on the outside. Braden Carter set sail up front. Cale Smith and Justin Sick are going to battle it out. Cale Smith runs the middle, followed by Justin Sick with 1 to go. Cale Smith coming off the middle. 1 more corner to go. Cale Smith up high. Cale Smith will capture P2, followed by Justin Sick. Great race by those 2 drivers. Top 3 start finish line. Top 3 start finish line, please. Great battle by Cale Smith and Justin Sick. We'll get a word with both those gentlemen, but they were tied in the points coming into tonight for P3. All right, fellas, don't forget to go up for your interviews. We'll get a word with your top 3. Great race put on by the Pro Late Model crew. If you're out there watching, greatly appreciate you sticking with us. See who we got in the booth. I see Braden Carter and Cale Smith. Looking for Justin Sick in the 2 car. No Justin Sick yet. Let's get a word with Cale Smith in the 115 car, able to make the pass late in the race. Cale, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
You and Justin Sick are in the dead heat. Matter of fact, you're tied for points at, let me look here, 216. So that battle for second place was more than just the battle for Limaland, man. That was a battle for moving up to P3. We'll see how the points shake out because Grandy is P2. Great run in the 115. You and Justin really put on a show, man. How was the 115?
Yeah, it was good, man. And yeah, it was fun racing with Justin there. I feel like he's got a little bit more talent than I do in these cars. So I was watching Braden's line and I knew in 1-2 that that slider was pretty good, and I had kind of thrown a pretty close slider on Justin there, so I appreciate him racing clean, and it's fun racing guys like him. You know, these guys when they go anywhere else, they're always winning. So, but yeah, the car was you know, it's better for me racing fixed setup just because you know, it's more baseline. You know, a lot of these guys are used to the open stuff, and that's it's a little bit harder for me to race. But yeah, the track was gripped up. There were some good lines. You could race kind of low, high slider. It was a good race.
Yeah, man. Landon reached out to us and said the fellas at the at Midwest Forklifts LLC are in the shop watching tonight. What do you got to say to those guys?
Yeah, man, I'm sure they're having a good time over there hanging out in the shop. Not much work getting done, you know, but they're having fun. I know quite a few of them for watching, so thanks guys. Wish I could have got a win, but it's gonna take me a what more practice get around Braden here.
Yeah, fixed setups, man. We stayed away from open setups for so long just because we're a veteran based league and we didn't want to exclude anybody. Um, Yikes. Maybe we need to have a podcast because I'm not sold, man, on open setup 358 modifieds. It worked well for the Coast to Coast Racing League. I don't think it's working well for us on Friday Night Lights. There was not a week went by that we didn't have people going home, and now we're struggling to get 11 cars to show up. So, man, what are your thoughts? What the hell are we doing wrong?
I don't know, man. You know, it's I thought about that. I mean, maybe it is, you know, open sets, but I mean anymore it seems like there's a lot of people. I think in the 358s, you know, there's more fixed racing than anything and the people that I mean like me for instance, I mean I don't have time to get on and test sets and work on open sets all the time. So you know, fixed is easier for me. So maybe that's part of it. But you know, people come and go too, so you know, maybe it's just that we need to get out and try to recruit a little bit more. Um, because yeah, I mean, I remember last year, I mean, it's tough to make the main, and yeah, so we'll have to try to get out and recruit, I guess. That's all I can think.
Yeah. Yeah. And the we are a veteran based league. Um, and I do retire in March from federal service. So
Alright.
I'm thinking we're going to go year round. And I don't know, man. I'm thinking open setups kind of closes the competition to those veterans out there that just want to drive. You put me in a fixed setup car, bro, and I'll run with anybody. You put me in an open
Yeah,
setup, and I have no clue. Um,
that's kind
so
of how I am too.
yeah, yeah. So we'll see how that plays out. And of course, I bend your ear often, so you'll have a big say in how this goes. I'm thinking maybe we do 3 seasons a year and see how that plays out. But and our other fans out there, if you think that fixed setup isn't the way to go, please argue otherwise. Um, but Kel, I think maybe we're excluding some of those veterans out there that may use Friday Night Lights as an escape because they don't have the time to put in or don't understand open setups.
Yeah, and that's honest. That's what I think, but it's just what I personally think. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of I know there's a lot of guys out there that are all about open sets too, and that's fine. But just my opinion, you know, especially in the 358s, I think fixed is the way to go. I think you'd pull more people, but I can see both arguments. So you know, that's what's tough.
Yeah, but since we're an all inclusive, right? And you and I have both done our government time. Um, I got to tell you, and those fans out there watching, I'm thinking fixed setups for us is probably our sweet spot to include everyone that wants to race. So, yeah, man. Anyway, great run. And we need to have a podcast. We're going to do that. Maybe we'll have you and Landon on at the end of the season. We'll do a podcast and just BS about whatever.
Oh
Um,
yeah, and because I mean, We got so I mean, I just outside of iRacing, I mean, there's so much going on right now. That's so much cool stuff that we could talk about, man, and it'd be a good time.
Yeah, we need to do that. I'll schedule that at the end of this season. We'll make that happen for sure.
Right on.
Podcasts are cool, but I don't care if we get 10 views or not, but I get a chance to talk to you guys, so that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
run in the 115, my brother. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish?
Just thank you, Joe. Yeah, I know you're not feeling good tonight. You still come out and do it, so it's awesome for me to come every Friday night and race. I look forward to it. Um, Lando and the crew at Midwest Forklifts, they're on my car. Sponsors the whole event, so big thanks to him. My team. It's just Braden and I tonight. Braden, honestly, I probably wouldn't have got second if I couldn't sit there and watch his line. So big thanks to him and shout out to the rest of the guys.
Yeah, man, I got some invites from Landon actually. Um, we got to make this happen, man, because there's no better pheasant hunting than South Dakota. And
Oh
Landon
yeah.
also invited me to go to a race. Um,
Yeah.
we got to make
Yeah, they're
this
putting a
happen.
lot of work into the track around here. He's got his own he's always got a table up in the suites now. Goes they race every Saturday. So yeah, they have a good time there. I try to get there as much as I can, but again, 3-year-old, I try to take her, and one time we're in the middle of potty training and the racetrack isn't the easiest place to do that. So
Yeah,
but
man.
yeah, no, it'd be awesome to come out, man. In South Dakota, there's all these Wall Street guys that come out there and they're just out there to pheasant hunt. And it's just, yeah, it's pretty cool. So
Yeah, I'm not a Wall Street guy, but I retire March 1st from federal service. It'll be 40 years, bro. And
man, yeah.
I am looking so forward to moving to Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee. We haven't figured it out yet 100%. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to my visit to South Dakota. I've been there once. We went to, what's the Air Force Base?
Oh, is that in Pierre?
No, it's near, God dang it. I can't remember. Went out
There's
there
one in
and
Sioux Falls, I think.
it's actually outside of, gosh darn it. Now I wish I could remember. Went out there for a week to help a crew that was doing construction, didn't understand high voltage. So, went out and helped them out. But, been to South Dakota, loved the Black Hills. It was absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
Great run. We'll have a podcast. Now I'm starting to ramble on, but we'll have a podcast discuss all this.
All right, man. Sounds good. Thanks again, Joe.
Yeah, man. Have a great weekend.
See ya.
See ya. Braden Carter in the 05 car starts on the pole, leads every lap. Braden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, another great run by the 05. I got to tell you. So, man, I almost yawned. Great run by the 05. You're currently leading in the points, and you padded that lead. Justin Sick and Cale Smith had a great run behind you, man. And Cale Smith said he watched your line. Another great run in the 05. How was the ride from the seat?
Yeah, just had to get to the lead early. I don't know those I'm fine with it. It's pretty. Makes it interesting, but the green flag starts. You gotta get up on the wheel for the first 2 or 3 laps and try to get your position in check. But after that, I just hit my marks. I've ran a lot of laps here in a pro late in general, fixed and open. I'm familiar with the place. So I was very comfortable. Setup was a little looser than I remember, but I figured out pretty quick and just hit my marks, hit my line, and yeah, once you finish for CSC as well, got Kale on the podium. He said he was watching my line. That's another good part about having a good teammate. We can communicate a little bit, and yeah, that's a good thing, man. I don't know. I would ask for a better team and teammates.
Yeah, man, I'm going to go out and recruit. We got to find somebody that puts some pressure on the 05 machine, because I don't want you to get lazy. I don't want you winning. I don't want you getting lazy because real race season comes around. And we all know when you climb out of iRacing and you get into a real car, it's totally different. So I need to get somebody out here. So if there are any listeners out there, you know what? I won't put a bounty on the 05 car, but we need someone. We're over the drop weeks too. That's a challenge. But someone needs to come out here and challenge Braden Carter, because I believe that if we challenge him in iRacing, that'll make him better in real life. What are your thoughts?
You're right. This stuff does it helped me when I first got in a car, but it's not the same at all.
Oh,
But you know,
100%.
I feel like both ways, racing in real life and racing on a game helps both ways somewhat. I mean, I got in a real car. I feel like I got better on here. You know, I can get on here and I feel like, you know, my awareness can be better in real life. It's just a matter of what, and I feel like racing anything that's a I don't know. I race a lot of asphalt on here too. I feel like anything you race just, you know, helps your racecraft no matter what you're in real life. And, you know, I don't know. It definitely helped me when I first, my first practice session in 2024. I feel like I could have been much worse. And I stepped into actually racing this year. And I really feel like I got better each week. I got more comfortable in an actual car. And yeah, I really owe it to, you know, iRacing. You know, my dad for getting me into iRacing first of all, and crazy story, but it's crazy to say. Kale bought this wheel and pedals for me, and I've been on that since 2023. Same stuff, and you know, he got me the wheel and pedals. Yeah, I mean, shout out to my dad, shout out to Kale. I mean, um, I, it's helped me a lot, and you know, shout out to my granddad and dad for getting me where I'm at in real life. You know, without them, I wouldn't be in the real stuff.
Yeah, man. So this is the difference, right? Raced a dwarf car. Yeah, it's a dwarf car. I get it. But I raced a dwarf car, and I find that those that race aggressive in real life also race aggressive on iRacing. Those that pick their time and place to make a pass also do the same in iRacing. So I think, like you said, I think it's the racecraft that it works on more than anything else. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
get
I definitely agree with that. I feel like when I first started, I was a lot more aggressive than I am now. I'm still drive aggressive. I'm so competitive. I probably take any opening I can get. But you know, I feel like I've you know aggressive in a smart way, if that makes sense. You know, nothing too stupid, but you know, you still got to be up on your toes and you know make stuff happen. Or I mean, you're not going to gain positions, but I feel like I'm at a stage, or not a stage, but I feel like I'm aggressive in a smart way nowadays. If that makes sense
yeah,
on here.
it does. It does 100%. Man, great run. Who do you want to thank on the 05? Did we already go through that?
Not yet. Big shout out to you, Joe. I love Friday Night Lights. You know, CSC, or when I first got on the team CTM, they got me in here. That was really fun. I remember watching it before I got iRacing. I was like, man, I can't wait to get in this. And I got in there, got me a few wins. You know, I couldn't beat my dad in points. Ended up doing that last year. But shout out to those guys. Shout out to Kale, Travis, Kyle, Chase, Jonathan Higdon. You know, shout out to my granddad. Um, Twisted Designs for the wrap, Midwest Forklifts, title sponsor. Not sure who's watching at the shop, but you know, it's always great to have guys watching this. I love fans. I love people that watch. Makes me more excited to get up on the podium and talk to you.
Yeah, man. They said they're watching in the shop. So great run
Yeah,
by
shout out to
the.
those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Great run, man. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, man. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is week 4 of the Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights Pro Late Models. And I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in. Hopefully, I get over whatever it is I got. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
Our love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way